This is VOA News. I'm David Berg. China's National Health Commission said Sunday that 139 more people have died from the coronavirus, bringing the death toll to more than 1,650. The commission also confirmed another 1,843 new virus cases, but that represents a drop from higher numbers in recent days. Meanwhile, as Reuters correspondent Adam Reed reports, the United States and Japan are working to evacuate U.S. citizens from a cruise ship in Yokohama.
Speaking at the Munich Security Conference, WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus said the epidemic remains an unpredictable threat.
Let me be clear. It's impossible to predict which direction this epidemic will take.
That comes as Japan and the US are coordinating the return of around 400 American citizens aboard the Diamond Princess cruise ship still quarantined in Yokohama. They will enter another 14-day period of quarantine once they return home to ensure the virus doesn't spread. Japan's health minister said the return of the passengers to the United States will make it easier to care for the 285 confirmed coronavirus cases on board.
That's Reuters' Adam Reed. U.S. Defense Secretary Mark Esper, meanwhile, urged world security leaders Saturday to wake up to China's efforts to influence world affairs. Maintaining the world's most populous country plans to achieve its goals by any means necessary. At the Munich Security Conference, Esper said the United States does not seek conflict with China, but he did voice concern over what he said were Beijing's goals to modernize its military by 2035 and to dominate Asia militarily by 2049. China's foreign minister rejected Esper's characterization. This is VOA News. One day after meeting with Afghan President Ashraf Ghani, Mark Esper, the defense secretary, says a truce agreement between the United States and the Taliban is very promising. We get more from AP correspondent Ben Thomas.
It looks very promising.
The proposal would see a 7-day halt to Taliban attacks, then the signing of a U.S.-Taliban peace deal. Defense Secretary Mark Esper says the deal means taking some risk, but
a peace deal that would involve very soon afterward an inter-Afghan negotiation.
Esper spoke with Afghanistan's President Ashraf Ghani on Friday and says he's on board.
He wants to be clearly a full partner in that and wants to lead on that and make sure that all Afghans come together, are well representative, and can come up with an agreement that would endure.
All Afghan peace talks would begin within 10 days of a deal, with a phased withdrawal of U.S. forces over 18 months. Ben Thomas, Washington.
At least 8 people were killed and nearly 40 others injured when a bus carrying Ecuadorian football fans plunged into a ravine Saturday while heading home from a Copa Libertadores game in Peru. The bus, which had left from Lima, fell 15 meters from a stretch of the Pan American Highway in northern Peru, and the impact of the fall ripped away its roof. The bus was carrying supporters of a team called Barcelona de Guayaquil, which had played the Peruvian side Sporting Cristal on Thursday in Lima. Ecuadorian President Lenín Moreno expressed his condolences on Twitter and pledged government help for the injured and the families of the deceased. The United Nations says at least 31 civilians were killed in northwestern Yemen in retaliatory airstrikes from the Saudi-led coalition fighting Houthi rebels in the country Saturday. A statement from the UN humanitarian coordinator for Yemen said 31 people died and 12 were injured in strikes in the Al-Hajjah area in Al-Jawf Governorate. The airstrikes came one day after a Saudi fighter jet crashed with Iranian-backed Houthi rebels claiming to have shot it down. The deadly violence follows an upsurge in fighting in northern Yemen between the warring parties that threatens to worsen the country's humanitarian crisis.
3, 2, 1.
A cargo ship rocketed toward the International Space Station on Saturday, carrying candy and cheese to satisfy the astronauts' cravings. The Northrop Grumman Cygnus capsule was launched from the Virginia seashore. The capsules also carry family care packages in addition to scientific experiments for the space station. The nearly 4-ton shipment should arrive on Tuesday. I'm David Berg, VOA News.